guess, have you ever had a better sequence in your baseball career where you throw out a guy at the plate and then hit a home run?
Yeah, that was quite the eventful couple minutes there. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
First of all, just talk about the defensive play. Did you feel like you had a pretty good read on it on the throw?
Yeah. I mean, it was a shallow pop-up, so I knew if he tagged up, I had a good chance of getting him. So I just focused on staying through it and trying to make a good throw, and I was able to get him. So.
Were you surprised he went with it being so shallow?
A little bit, yeah. It was really shallow, and he went anyway. So.
Hey, just talk about the home run. Just what'd you hit?
I mean, first pitch was out. I took it for a ball. Next pitch, I kind of saw it up and in and just reacted and got the barrel to it and just knew it was gone right away. So it was a good feeling.
And then to add that insurance run in the seventh, just how big was that to maybe give your relievers a little bit of cushion those last three innings?
Yeah, it was definitely big because give them a 2-run lead instead of 1-run lead going in the last inning. It was definitely big. We want to always give our pitchers as much of a cushion as we can.
Just the way Matt threw today, he threw a lot of pitches, seemed early, but you feel like he really settled down the middle innings.
Yeah, Matt did a great job. I mean, they only scored 1 run on the day, so that says it itself. He did a great job all day, and the relievers did too.
You're late in the year. Every game, especially Big Ten game, is important, but just to get off to a good start after losing 3 in a row at Michigan State in this series, how important is this one?
Today was a big win, definitely coming off last weekend, and conference was real important, and it's good that we got one today.
You were surprised you got sent on that line drive by Charles to score the insurance run?
I mean, it was hitting the air, and I didn't think he was going to catch it right away, so I was a little late getting back to the bag. But I mean, I knew we had to get a run there, so.
So that's kind of an in-between play then, kind of harder to tag up for a base runner?
Yeah. I think I was a little late getting back to the bag to tag up, but I was lucky to get in there.
Congrats on the win, man.
Thank you.
Just to get this series off to a good start, especially after what happened last weekend, just how important was it to get a win today?
Oh, I mean, it was huge. We had a decent game against Ball State earlier in the week, but it's good to be on the winning side again, Big Ten play. Anything can happen. We have 2 weekends left, so every game's vital for us, seeding, and we have an outside chance for a Big Ten championship still. So just getting back on the winning side, and hopefully that transitions into tomorrow.
You hear about sequences like Talbott had, great defensive play and then a home run. But I guess to see it in front of your eyes for it to happen like that, just kind of what was that moment like watching?
Yeah, definitely. ESPN, you turn it on, you see it happen all the time. But it's extra special when you see it, especially in a ball game like today. A close 3-1 game. Both those plays, that was the turning point in the game. If you don't have both of those plays back to back, it's a tie game. That's a 2-run swing. So just a big play by Steve Talbott, stepping up big. And there's a lot of guys that are waiting to do the same thing, and when the opportunity comes, they'll come up big too. So it's exciting to see, especially when it's on our side.
You seem to pile up a lot of pitches early, but did you feel like you kind of settled into a groove probably in the middle part of the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think early on I was just being a little bit too picky with some of my pitches, going to the corner when I should have been going over the heart of the plate a little bit, but getting a feel for the zone and then just realizing my defense is making plays like Steve made today, so it made it easy on me to just attack the zone.
You did a good job of keeping, the first 4 guys not really off the base, but from having big plays. Was that kind of a planned design there to maybe try to limit their opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. After last weekend against Michigan State, the middle of their lineup kind of killed us all weekend, so it was definitely a focus for the pitching staff to realize that they're in the middle of the lineup for a reason, and we're going to try to minimize the opportunities that they're going to get to really hurt us. So we just ended up going with that strategy, and it ended up working today.
About sequences like what Talbott had, great defensive play, then home run, but to see it firsthand in this important kind of game had to be an uplifting and kind of big moment for you guys.
Yeah, and Stevie's been struggling a little bit too, so to get that type of hit in that situation, the defensive play to me was probably even bigger because it just stopped their momentum. Even if we don't score there, their momentum has been shut down a little bit. If they wind up scoring, they got another chance to get another run in. So, but yeah, great defensive play, and I don't know how many times that happens, but yeah, it leads off the inning, and then gets a home run. That's probably even more rare. So,
for Matt, you seem to pile up some pitches early. whether it was the throws to first or whatever, but he had a lot of pitches. But you feel like he settled in, probably third inning on to really set the stage
and
there.
That's one thing. I mean, I felt like he was going full count too often. I don't know that he was doing it on purpose, but I mean, he got ahead of some hitters and then danced around the zone a little bit. Probably didn't make as good of pitches, and I think at least 3 guys in the first inning were at full count, and his pitch count jumped up there pretty quick. So for him to get some outs and to get some low pitch innings was big, and we extended them. Obviously, one batter, probably too many, but he did a great job. Battle, just competed really is all I can say with what he did. I mean, he kept their hitters off stride, by getting his breaking ball and fastball over. So
you seemed to do that with the top of the order pretty well. I know you probably pitched around par a little bit. You didn't give him a whole lot to hit, but the guys around him really didn't have a lot of success today.
Yeah, and they got 3 lefties in the lineup, and that was his thing last year, or really the first couple of years with Matt Morgan, was he wasn't getting lefties out. This year he's done a great job getting them out, but today their lefties got hits off them, so that's something that he's going to have to continue to work on. But he did dominate those righties, and both pitchers scattered hits. I mean, when you talk about that's the definition of scattering hits. I think we had a hit every inning. We had 2 hits in the one inning, but one was a home run, and then the double didn't do anything. But everybody just scattered hits all day.
Right. Back to Talbott, he also gets the leadoff double in the 7th, and to get that production from the bottom of the order, it had to be a big lift.
Well, and he's a guy that I could put up higher. I could put higher in the middle. He could be a 6-hole guy for sure. He could be a 1-2 guy because he can bunt and run a little bit. He's a nice little nugget down there in that 9-hole that, he's a second leadoff guy. He can run, and he's got some power, so he can knock some runners in as well. But it's a nice luxury to have, and at this point, we're not getting as much production out of our 6-7 guys as I would like, but it's tempting. But our offense clicks, I think, a little better with him in that 9